I am Vijay Chaturvedi from Development Alternatives, an organization which is working for sustainable development since 1983. Our core mission is to create sustainable livelihoods in large numbers. How we actually do it is by bringing people and nature close together with inclusive growth paradigms and bringing technology in the forefront of the sustainable development. Some of the key areas which we have been working in is the green jobs creation, green enterprise creation, and how actually we create the low carbon pathways through clean technologies. We actually are also working in institution development, whereby we at all levels of the stakes of the people, we derive institutional mechanisms to actually work seamlessly, also which helps in working on the ground to bring in about the basic need fulfillment for the people. We have been working for poor and nature, which are the two beneficiaries of our efforts, in a manner that there is a sustainable growth which actually is encompassing the whole ecosystem, and that ecosystem is built up through the creation of green jobs and green enterprises. Green enterprises to us would mean not just low carbon technologies or low carbon enterprises, but also which can bring about the employment generation for the people, or which can also help them to adopt technologies which actually are clean and low carbon technologies. That's what we have been doing for a very long time. We work in a very stressed area of India, which is central India. The area is known popularly as Bundelkhand, comprising of two states in India, 13 districts. Part of it is from Madhya Pradesh and part of it is from Uttar Pradesh. Whatever technologies and processes over a period of time we have developed actually are demonstrated there on ground in direct contact with the communities, and then we scale them out to the various part of the countries, and of course to other countries also, like Anglophone Africa and South Asian countries. We've been working in a manner that these models actually are scaled up in a manner which are sustainable, and the way we work is from innovation, that how from innovation you create the impact by a very strong implementation on the ground and influencing the policymakers. When we talk about implementation, one is the softer side of development implementations, which we carry through various branches in development alternatives. At the same time, we have an incubation engine which is known as TARA, which is technology and action for rural advancement, whereby we incubate some of the models into either big programs like in renewable energy, or in the manner that they can be spawned off in the companies which are held by TARA. And these companies essentially are social enterprises with a legal structure of companies law in India. And these companies are more or less thematic. One company, which is Tara Machines and Marketing, Tara Machines and Marketing Private Limited, is about the technology packages. Then we have Tara Heart Limited, which is selling ICT solutions in a franchise model for the advancement of people with the inclusive vocational trainings and education systems. And then we have one renewable energy company by the name of Desi Power. And then we have another company, Tara Enviro, which actually sells environmental products and services. So this is the ecosystem of various social enterprises which we have created in our this thing. Often these enterprises have been taken up and replicated by other organizations and other systems also. So that's how we work. We in a condition like India, where you have 1.2 billion people, you can't actually reach out to all through yourself, but you have to figure out how you actually enable networks. So we have been working with the networks of various civil society organizations and other partners to take out our work to various other sectors. Actually, what we hope from Rio Plus 20 is basically that while they are going to deliberate on SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, which would be taking over from MDGs after 2.5 years or so, that how basically the green economy paradigms are seamlessly integrated into the SDGs, and also how the SDGs are going to be defined not just in manner to actually look at the developed economies and their emission reductions practices, but also how those SDGs can actually ensure that the poorest of poor gets the benefit out of the sustainable development goals. It shouldn't remain as the talk shop of the United Nations quarters, but also brings about the change in the people's life at the poorest level, and at the same time how this creates a negative impact on the environment, which actually is quite stressed out. So bringing about those changes would be that is what we are expecting from Rio Plus 20.